Lyudmila Kravchuk and Alexandra Kruchenko are Ukrainian border guards. The full-scale war caught them in Mariupol. One of them tried to escape from the city in the spring, and the other was surrounded by the occupiers at Azovstal. Both were taken into captivity. Further, the lives of these two women depend directly on the wishes and moods of the warders.
They demanded that we keep our heads down, put bags on our heads, use plastic tape to wrap them around.
The border guards were taken into captivity a month apart. Alexandra was immediately brought to Olenivka. She was there when the Russians blew up the hangar with Ukrainian prisoners of war.
Ми чули, ми думали, що це наші.
We heard, we saw they were ours, that ours were liberating. We were sure that they would open the doors for us, our guys, that we would come out with them.
The Russian military assured that it was Ukrainian artillery that hit the barracks where the Ukrainian prisoners of war were being held. But as eyewitnesses told Alexandra, the explosion was inside.
Прямого попадання.
There wasn't such a direct hit from the position. It seemed to all of us that there were just some kind of explosives inside. The guys had already told us that the barrack after the explosion was like a rose. All the ruins looked very much like there was some kind of explosive there.
After Olenivka, both women were rotated for a long time through the Russian colonies. They were held in the Belgorod, Kursk and Rostov regions. Each time the captives hoped that they were being taken for an exchange, but it took 6 months before they were released.
When we were already going after the plane to Ukraine, they put us into crosswalks and the attitude was quite different, quite tolerant.
Alexandra and Lyudmila were released in mid-October during a large exchange. 108 Ukrainian women, servicemen and civilians were returned from Russian captivity. They are now undergoing rehabilitation, like the others female former prisoners of war.
Это не люди, это...
These are not humans. These people have nothing sacred.
Inna Chikinda was also included in the exchange lists. It is still difficult to talk about the conditions of detention of women who were held in Russian captivity for a long time, especially about the physical abuse. They prefer to keep silent about what happened in the torture chambers. The only thing they say is that the rules for maintaining prisoners of war were never even considered.
Відносились до нас як до зеків.
They treated us like convicts, they humiliated us. In general, the attitude was negative. The psychological pressure was very tangible.
Доволі відчутний.
Women who were former prisoners of war say that only thoughts of their loved ones helped them to hold on and survive. Thanks to this, they tried to pay no attention to anything. Now all those released are undergoing both medical and psychological rehabilitation, and they try to forget about the horrors they suffered. Reported by Roman Smoler, Natalia Husak, UATV News.